Hong Kong inches towards that full reopening. There's already calls to say, look, just drop it all, because that's the only thing that's going to encourage tourists, business travellers, business to come back to Hong Kong.
Yeah, first thing I need to say, this is a very positive step for Hong Kong that has been seeing some of the most strict, COVID curbs in the world, and has lasted about 2.5 years. And that's after, of course, the big protests that happened here, even here at the Hong Kong airport, where I am here in Arrivals Hall B, waiting for passengers to come in on day one of this new openness, if you will. But again, there's still a lot of restrictions. You can see I am wearing a mask, and you still, if you're arriving in Hong Kong, you still have to wear this mask. I wasn't going to wear it for the live hits here, but was told by airport staff almost immediately, you got to wear the mask. So that's one downside. Obviously, in the United States and elsewhere, people have become very accustomed to not wearing masks. In Hong Kong, in public, you have to wear the mask. You also have to, let's put this very bluntly, yes, it's positive that Hong Kong is opening up, but you're going to have to take 12 COVID tests when you arrive, from arrival to the 7th day, which is actually the 8th day, because day 1 is day 0. You have to take 4 PCR tests during that time, as well as 8 rapid antigen tests. It's another stumbling block, if you will, for Hong Kong as it opens up, kind of caught in the middle between the world opening up and then also acknowledging COVID-0 policies of mainland China. So it's a slow process. It will likely be a step-by-step. And John Lee, the CEO, the chief executive of Hong Kong last week, when he announced this opening up, essentially said there will not be a rollback. But again, Hong Kong is a little gun-shy right now as far as policy. Sometimes over the Carrie Lam administration, we saw policy announcements and then rollback, back and forth, back and forth. So it's a cautious opening.
Will that actually help with rebuilding capacity? We actually saw Cathay Pacific's website crumble because of this reopening.
Well, absolutely. And this is the issue. With these restrictions that have been lifted and the restrictions that are still in place, a number of people saying it doesn't go the last mile. It doesn't go far enough. Michael Teen, who I interviewed last week, he is a lawmaker here in the Legislative Council. He's also a Hong Kong deputy to the National People's Congress. He's a retailer. He owns the G2000, a retail brand. He says it's pointless pretty much to have these kind of halfway restrictions lifted, because again, nobody is going to come, and that's why we're here right now, to see if there is going to be sort of an influx of tourists, because it's still, with this yellow code that you're going to have on the app that restricts you from entering restaurants, it's going to restrict you from going to bars for at least the first 3 days. And we all know in Hong Kong, many people come to Hong Kong for the weekend or an extended weekend for about 3 or 4 days. So again, if the government doesn't go fully with opening, it could be a lost opportunity. You might see more people leaving Hong Kong just because of pent-up demand for travel. Okay, one passenger comes in, they get swarmed.